One of the popular interview questions is the difference between interfaces and abstract classes. In the old days, this was very clear cut. We could say interfaces are purely contracts, they have no code or implementation, and we use them to build loosely coupled, extensible, and testable applications. Abstract classes, on the other hand, are partially implemented classes, and we use them to share code between a few classes. Great. However, as we have seen, with the bad features introduced in Java over the past few years, the meaning of interfaces has changed. Now, a lot of people are abusing interfaces and are using them as a hack to achieve multiple inheritance. Because in Java, a class can extend one class, but it can implement multiple interfaces. So a lot of people are treating these interfaces like classes. They put a lot of logic there and then have another class implement many of them. This is like inheriting a lot of code from multiple parents. As I told you in the last section, multiple inheritance brings a lot of complexities, and in my opinion, it's better to avoid it. So if you get asked this question in an interview, this is exactly what you need to say. Start with the history of interfaces and what they're used for, and then briefly mention that with these new features such as private or static methods, interfaces have lost their meaning, and a lot of people are abusing them because they don't really understand what interfaces are for. Now, if the interviewer happens to be one of those people, he will probably get offended and he's going to disqualify and reject you. Awesome, good for you. You don't want to work with someone like that who knows very little about object-oriented programming and is so arrogant about it. A good interviewer is one who would ask you questions like they might ask, why do you think these features are bad? That's where you explain the fact that people are using this as a hack to achieve multiple inheritance, but interfaces should not be confused with classes. We should keep them as contracts so we can minimize the impact of changes, so we can build loosely coupled applications. So if we change how we do something, we're not going to end up with breaking changes or a lot of recompilation in the code. So that's all about interfaces and abstract classes.